Welcome to the MS&Me Radio Network. The broadcast shows are for informational and entertainment purposes only. They are not designed to provide listeners with specific personal, medical, or counseling advice. Individuals with a medical issue should always consult their healthcare provider. MS&Me is not responsible for content of individual shows. The views expressed by show hosts or their guests are their own. Enjoy the show.
Hello, my name is Shirley Merritt, and I'd like to welcome you to my show. I call it Raspberry Lemonade. Let's talk. First, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ for bringing me to this forum. I would also like to thank the staff of MS&Me Radio for affording me this opportunity. Today, I want to bring a returning guest to our forum so that we can talk to her about her daily struggles and triumphs with multiple sclerosis. We did a show with her last week regarding MS within the family, the genetic factor. Her mother passed away due to multiple sclerosis related complications. So I want to welcome our guest to our show. Her name is Gisele Kirkland. Hi, Gisele.
Hi, Shirley. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great. Thanks for asking and having me back as well.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for joining our platform and discussing with us about your journey with MS.
Sure.
So first, I'd like to ask you, what age were you when you were diagnosed with multiple sclerosis?
At the age of 50.
Okay. And what did you have any symptoms, or what were, I'm sure you did, what were your symptoms that led up to your feeling like you needed to see a neurologist maybe and get a diagnosis for whatever was going on with you?
At first, I was always falling. Say, if I went to the store to get something on the return back home, I would fall a couple of times. In going to the bathroom, bladder and bowel control, I noticed there was a big change in that. Also in holding of things, so like say a can or a fork or a spoon, and a lot of other things, including the shakes. I didn't know where that was coming from, and I thought of the difficulty of even putting on my clothes.
Okay.
So those were like warning signs.
Okay.
Yes.
So what kind of problems were you having with holding things? That was interesting. You mentioned holding things like a fork or, tableware.
Yes.
Did you have difficulty in holding smaller objects?
Yes, I did. Even of picking up things like a plate, it would just automatically fall out of my hand. A cup, a fork, spoon, especially at times a knife.
Yeah, I know. I have problems with gripping things as well. Especially small objects. My fingertips don't want to go together as closely as they did before. So, and sometimes my fingers, it's almost like they don't know how to wrap around an instrument like an ink pen to hold it
Right.
properly.
Yes, I agree.
So, okay, so you knew that you wanted to seek medical advice. So,
Yes, I did.
okay, so what did you go to your primary care physician first, and did they refer you to a neurologist?
Well, no, what happened was I had a therapist coming to the house twice a week, and the first inkling to him was my walking. He said I wasn't walking too well. And he suggested, because he's not a doctor, maybe you have lupus or MS.
Mm.
And you need to find out from a neurologist, and that I did.
Okay. So you went to the neurologist, and what did they use to determine whether you had this illness? What did they do?
They did a blood test. She said we have to, it was a female neurologist. She said we'll have to do a blood test and we'll have to do an MRI.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we did. And when I came back to the second appointment, she gave me the news
Okay,
that I had MS, yes.
Mm. So, so you knew that this is what your mother had. How did that make you feel?
Well, different because we didn't know a lot about it, and I did not know it might be hereditary, and that's what I'm saying, it might. They didn't even know themselves, but I just found it strange that my mother went through A, B, and C, and I didn't think that would happen to me. You know, you can't assume. You just want to wait for the doctor's diagnosis.
Right. And did anyone else, I can't remember from our last show, did anyone else in your family have multiple sclerosis?
No,
Oh,
nobody else.
just your
No.
mother and then you. Okay,
Just my mother and then me, yes.
that's kind of like my sister was diagnosed, and then 3 years later I was, and we don't know anyone else in our genetic background. I mean,
Right.
even
Yeah.
generations back that we know of, you know.
Right.
Of course, there could have been a generation that, you know, that had the symptoms, but they did not have the diagnosis yet of the disease. Yeah. So.
Yeah, a lot had to do with new technology. Like I said in our last show, it took us many trips to the doctor to finally get a prognosis for my mother. It took a lot of, you know, searching, looking around, but nobody knew back then. You know, so
Right.
they know more now. They have more technology, and they have other things going on to help find out.
Right. Right. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your daily struggles with multiple sclerosis.
Okay. I guess here we go. Yes. First when you get up, it's more slower moving. One of the struggles. My hands hurt, my arms hurt. The movement for me is a lot slower because I have to be cautious not to go so fast doing things, or there might be problems after that, like falling. That's a good example.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the walking is one of my daily struggles, even standing up. It changes from day to day because of the weather or the temperature inside your house, you know, different aspects.
Really?
The washing up, that's another one. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the walking and I can't get into the bathroom, I have to do bed baths.
Oh, really?
And of course I have help. You know, I have somebody here helping me, you know, do those things.
Mm.
Brushing my teeth.
Oh.
It's always the little small things that affect your daily, you know, movement.
So you don't have, do you not have, like the agility and the control of your hands and arms and fingers at all?
Now I do.
Mm-hmm.
before I had to work at it.
So,
You know, when I went to, let's just say rehab, when I went to rehab, they showed you how to move that can better assist you in doing things.
mhm,
Certain exercises, certain things you could do daily. If you're able to sit up, you could do these exercises daily to help.
mhm.
And that's what I've been doing so that it could be better and less painful, you know?
So, okay, so back to what you were saying about someone has to brush your teeth and 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 what help you wash up and stuff. Does that mean your arms and your hands are not functional enough to do that? Is that one of your struggles?
That was one of my struggles.
Oh,
It
okay.
has improved.
Mhm.
It has changed because I've continued to do the exercises and use my fingers the best way I can.
Mhm.
And until I get practicing and practicing, it comes back.
Okay.
Yes. But in the beginning, I couldn't do certain things with my hands. I couldn't even hold the toothbrush, let alone put the toothpaste on it,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And so now I can.
Okay.
They give me the things to use, my toothbrush, my toothpaste, and a cup of water, and I'm able to hold
Okay.
before I would drop the cup, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Um,
Yes.
are you able to do things in the kitchen like cook?
Well, I get in the chair every morning, the wheelchair, and we go to the kitchen. Now I'm able to get inside of my kitchen better than they used to have to push me in. Now I could get through.
Mhm.
But they help me to cook, meaning they'll wash my meat, make sure it's clean, and they'll pass me the seasonings, and I am able to season the food,
Mhm.
or they help me in the kitchen prepare, meaning if we're going to boil some eggs or make some potato salad, let's just say,
Yeah.
they'll start the process of boiling and everything. Now I'm able to go into the refrigerator, get what I need, and hold on to it,
Yes.
say the relish, and not drop it.
Yes.
And they assist me if I need to have it open. Maybe it's a little difficult, and I'm able to take a spoon, hold on to it, and decipher how much to use.
Wonderful. Do you use those grip tools? They're like rubber kind of like grip tools for jars.
No,
You don't use
no,
those? No. No, see
no. I
that's
just keep practicing and turning and practicing and turning. That's one of my little exercises, and so far so good. It
mhm.
seems like it's coming back, you know?
I've always had to use a grip thing, even when I used it even when I didn't have problems with my right hand opening
Right.
lids. I used it just to get a better grip, but yeah, but I especially use it now to open all jars, especially if it's the first time that I'm opening the jar. I have to have
Uh-huh.
that. I have to have that grip, and if I'm opening a bottle of water. I have to have that grip pad or whatever it's called.
No, I can open the water.
Oh.
When I first started eating again, I always used a spoon,
Mhm.
and now I kind of graduated to the fork sometimes. Never the knife yet.
Mhm.
I intend on using a knife someday soon, but a knife I'm very, very careful with.
Yeah.
They cut everything up for me, but I use my fingers more to pick up, say, a piece of chicken,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm able to hold on to the bone before I just drop it.
Yeah.
Food would be all over the place, but not, it's improved. It's gotten better. But I gotta keep working at it, you know?
Yeah. I'm not able to cut with a knife at all.
Right.
I have
Mhm.
too much weakness in my right hand. I'm right-handed. I used to be able to cut a little bit with it, but now I'm unable to cut. I cannot even pierce the meat, and
Right.
so I
Yeah. It's
always,
very difficult at times.
yeah,
Yes.
I have to have
But
someone cut it for me.
right. Right. But I still now I'm cutting up meat with the fork while getting ready to eat something,
Yeah,
or I could tear it a little bit at a time with a spoon. But at first, I couldn't use any of that.
yeah,
And fortunate for me, I've had the help. There's some people that don't have the help, but I've been very fortunate with the people that work with me. We all work together and we all help each other.
yeah.
I think that's important. Because this MS is a shocker, to tell you the truth. It'll stop you from doing a lot of things, and if you don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly.
Yes,
And you're one of
yes, indeed.
you're one of the fortunate ones because I'm one of the ones who don't have the help from anyone. So
Oh,
yeah. So, but I always say that the Lord does not allow me to go through what I cannot handle myself. And that
right.
seems like it's that way. If I do need some help with something, He sends someone to help me. But fortunately, a lot of things I can do myself. Um, Fortunately, a lot of things I can do myself. And that's kind of how it goes with me. Um, let's see. So, do your I know you have a son. You have one son, Terrence.
Yes,
Does
yes.
he find that he helps you with a lot, or does he have to help you with a lot?
Well, just a few minutes ago, which he does every month, he does my shopping, my food shopping. He takes care of a lot of my business, yes. But he knows basically at the time of the month and what he has to do. So not too long ago, he finished with the food shopping. So he
Mhm.
got all the food. I make a list. I couldn't write before.
Mhm.
Now I could make the list. Beautiful handwriting. I'm amazed sometimes because it used to be scribble.
Yeah.
So the handwriting has improved. I make the list. He goes, does the shopping, come back, have it delivered. He puts it away, and he lets me know what he was able to get and not get. He
Well.
does a lot of other things on his own.
Mhm.
I don't have to worry about reminding him of other things,
Mhm.
like bills got to be paid. He does all of that, and I'm
Oh,
very grateful for that. Yeah,
he pays the
no.
bills. Wow. You
Yeah,
know.
he pays, yeah. He's got bills to pay. And I don't have to run after him. I
Right.
tell him I take care of this, you take care of that.
Mm.
So that's it. Yeah.
Wow, that's really awesome, and that's very commendable to him. And
Yes, yes.
and
And
what it
I always say thank you, and I really appreciate all the help, everybody, the aides, him, you know.
and how old?
I really appreciate it. It helps because some days you don't even want to get out of the bed. But I keep on pressing. I know it's painful a lot of times. I get tired of talking about the pain, to tell you the truth, because I have to overcome. And that's what, to me, MS shows: your strength, your courage, your ability to overcome.
Mhm. What age is your son, Terrence?
Terrence is under 30.
Oh.
Yeah, he's under 30. I really don't want to tell his age too much
Oh.
without his permission, but he's under 30.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
So that just tells us he's very responsible, and that's wonderful that he's at least at the age where he can do things like pay the bills for you and things, and he can cook. He cooks, right?
Yes, he can cook. He can get in there, and he'll tell me, I'm going to make some shrimp. So give me a couple of days' notice.
Wow.
And he'll fix my plate. And girl, I have to look at him because, wow, Terrence. But I also instruct. You could do this, you could do that, you could try this, you could try that.
Yes.
And so you got to mix and match, but you got to mix and match your seasonings carefully. So he does he does the cooking sometimes, not all the time.
Mhm.
Because I have to get in there and do a little something.
Right.
And so he might be, working, and he might not have the time, and I try to do something so he can take it to work. And that keeps my mind going too. What am I going to prepare?
Mhm.
I see what he's bought. I know what I've made in the list. And I try, I really try to work with him.
Mhm.
Not against. That's not going to help.
Yeah. So tell us about some of your triumphs, some of the things that you have been able to, so, you had difficulties and you've been able to overcome some things.
Well, at first, my body shut down. And I kind of felt like I was in the dark. Everybody that was your friend didn't come around anymore. Didn't really want to be bothered, kind of say. I really don't know how they felt, but I'm sure it was surprising, and they didn't know about this illness either. My triumph was my persistence. Even if it's a little something, try. You might not succeed that same day, but I kept trying. That's what I did, Shirley. I kept trying. Even in the morning time, I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like putting on my shoes. I don't feel like, struggling to get this on but I just keep trying. And I believe that's what clicked it for me.
So now
my mind,
So now you're able to put on your shoes and you're able to.
Oh yes, I found a way. You wouldn't believe. You probably would laugh if you would see me how I do it. And so I think one of my aides came in the morning and said, "Let me see how you put on your shoes, because I really don't know how you do it." And when they saw I worked my cane, and when they saw how I did it, what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you always got to find a way that's suitable for you. Mm-hmm. Nobody has to know as long as it works.
So tell us about some other things that you learned how to overcome.
My standing up. Mm-hmm. My standing up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I sometimes can't believe myself, but I stand up, put my legs back. I know how to separate my legs a little bit, and when I stand up, I'm standing up longer and longer, and that's a big triumph for me.
Okay, right.
Because, yes.
Right.
Very big triumph.
Right. So you what did you do to be able to, because that's something that I'm working on too. So what did you do to be able to stand, better?
Well, in going back to rehab, I used to fall. They showed me how to stand, how to position myself, and I do a little count every morning. Mm-hmm. I position myself, I have a walker in front of me, and I'm sitting on the bed. So picture me trying to brace myself up with my hands, both hands.
Okay.
And push myself up, and then I have to hold on to the walker. So I have to stand up good, lean forward, like I'm getting ready to stand up, and then I hold on to the walker.
Okay.
Now what the aides do is stand on the side and hold the walker. The walker could fall. It
Right.
could lean over. You know, so I have to time it. I have to look how I position the walker. Look how I stand. But before they even come to help me, I try to brace myself up. So when they come in and they're ready, I'm ready, I could actually stand up, hold on, good enough, long enough. But a lot is what I was taught in rehab. Rehab helps.
Okay.
Helps a lot, yes.
Now, okay, we've got about 2 minutes left, so tell us, give our listeners some advice about how they can make life better for themselves.
Okay, everybody, all I can say is keep trying. Try a little bit at a time. You don't have to rush. You don't have to impress anybody. Just do it for yourself. It'll make you feel good, and it'll make you smile and be happy that you made an accomplishment. It's your accomplishment. And just remember, we're all fighting together.
Right. Okay, so everyone, I hope you've enjoyed our interview with Gisele. She's been a pleasure, and I'm sure you will agree. Be sure and come back and visit with me next week so you can tune in to whatever my topic will be. I'll be deciding. And I'd like to wish you much success in all of your endeavors. Take care, and we will sign off now. We're going to say goodbye. Goodbye, Gisele.
Goodbye, Shirley. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Shirley. Thank you.
Okay.